Okay, so moving on. So our next section is looking ahead, and I was just scrolling through the BBC news feed, and I came across this article about an app, basically a cell phone app, that is fueled by artificial intelligence. Obviously, Barry being the artificial intelligence guy. I thought
I don't know if I'd say that. I don't know if I go that far.
This would be a great one to chat about together. So essentially, it's an application that was able to identify when somebody was feeling suicidal, and has essentially prevented that by referring to the right places. So yeah, what did you make of this article, Barry?
I think maybe we should explain how it made that decision, right? So as far as I understand, Chad, you must correct me if I'm wrong, but based on reading that article, I think that the way that they pulled up that this person was potentially suicidal was by reading their posts on an app called Weibo, which is like the Chinese Twitter, for example. And they had found a few posts on Weibo which kind of hinted towards that person's depression and that person's looking to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And then it figured that out and kind of pulled that information and gave it to humans who were able to then go and intervene and actually save that person's life. And so it's an amazing story of technology working in the way that it should to produce a result that would never have been possible if we weren't all online and all sharing information.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the context, and this is a very rare story because a lot of the stories about AI at the moment are very much fear mongering and very much talking about how the robots are going to come take all our jobs and destroy the world and yada 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 yada. And this is a story where AI has actually produced a real social good.
Yeah.
So I think it's awesome. I think it's very interesting. Why I think it's interesting is that because this kind of story articulates the key debate at the moment when it comes to privacy. The only way this AI was able to provide this prediction or provide this insight was because it had full access to everybody's information that they were 100%. Sharing online, right?
Yep.
And so this person was sharing this information publicly for the world to see. And while it was anonymous on her side, because I believe it was in more like an anonymous chat room, from Weibo's side, they could see who was posting it. Yep. And they could see what the story was. So it kind of brings up this argument of if we want these kind of benefits, we have to give up all of our information, all of our online postings. Everything must be able to be seen by an authority figure, by a company, by a government, etc. And the moment you say that, you can see the dangers that come with that kind of sharing.
100%.
Are we willing to give up privacy completely in order to get these sorts of benefits? What are the dangers of coming up with this sort of surveillance? And it's scary. I really think it's scary.
Across the pond.